Hi everybody, and welcome back to my channel, G. Parker Artworks and Creations. Today we are going to be looking at my new paintbrushes that I'm kind of embarrassed to say I just found. I was going through my stuff yesterday and discovered this package of paint brushes that I had never opened up. I'm not really even familiar with the brand. Maybe you've heard of them, but Transon, actually I think Transon is something I've bought otherwise, but when you're an artist, you know, you kind of you keep buying brushes even though you have plenty. But these ones, I was excited because I've been watching some videos and they use these brushes that are a lot, I don't know, they just seem more fuller than I've been using. So we're going to see how good these are. I'm trying to decide, this handle feels like it might be a little loose, so we'll have to see how it goes. But anyway, there's a whole set. There's this larger one, and it's a number 7, and then we have 6 and a 5 and a 4, and then we have the 2 and a 1 and a 0. So total range in size, and so we are going to explore with them and see how we like them. Obviously you can tell that they've been treated so that they aren't going to be crazy right out of off the get-go, so you have to get them wet. And so we're gonna try with the big one, and I feel like doing a swipe across, and we'll see how it does for doing the wet on wet. And looks like I need clean water, but we're gonna go with that for now. And it actually is kind of cool for looks like the bristles are kind of, I'm not sure about the bristles, so we'll have to see. I wish I could remember when it was that I bought them. That would be handy to try and remember that, but I should have taped down the paper. I didn't think I was going to be doing really wet, but, and see, oh, look at that, some more of the bristle coming off there. So, and I'm using my cheapy paper, so don't be worried about that. But okay, so that covers a pretty good swath. We're gonna go to number 6 now, which is just the bit smaller. And if I can get it to soften up, it doesn't want to soften. Come on. There we go. And it's kind of shedding a little bit too. So these might not have been a quality thing, and we'll have to see. How we like them doing an actual painting. I don't know. That's number 6. So now we're going to, didn't we have a 5? Yep, we have a 5. So let's soften this one down with a little bit. These are a little bit more brushier than I'm used to, because I've been using these ones. If you've been watching my videos, that I generally, and see, these are Transon, so that's pretty funny. These are Transon. It's an art brush, and this is an 11. Look at this is the 7. Look at the tip. So they're obviously a different type of brush. I think these ones are a little bit more for, maybe for washes or something. I'm not sure, but I think it's interesting, and it's going to be interesting to see how they go. So here's the 5. We're going to do a dry one on this one. Let's see how you like on the dry. Okay. I'm going to go back to 6 for a minute. Is this the 6? Yeah. Because I want to see the shape. Okay, that's actually kind of a good shape for leaves or something, or petals maybe even. So that's kind of good. We're going to go back to this really big one. I'm thinking it actually might work for when I do sunflowers. But so we're going to see how the yellow goes. Okay. That's the trick, though, when you're painting, is figuring out. It's kind of a trial and error. It's kind of schooling and training as to what brush is what you're going to want to use. This thing is, the bristles are coming out. And this is the first time I've used it, guys. I just barely took it out of the package. So I'm kind of sad that these bristles are coming out. That's not necessarily a good thing for Transon. Not a good advertisement for them. So if you have any Transon brushes, these particular ones don't appear to be made very well. The red handle ones do just fine. They do very well. Okay, so we've already did 6 and 5. So now we're down to 4. So I'm going to get this one soft. Okay. I'm going to do this one dry again. I don't know, this one, it's okay. This is a little bit more like the round brushes. And it doesn't seem to be falling apart as quickly as the other one yet. So that's a good thing. Okay, now we're down to number 2. And these, of course, will be more for fine line work type deal, or like doing trees or whatever. So I'm going to do kind of a tree over here. Well, that one's not bad. So, okay. that was the number 2. And now we're going to do number 1. Get it all wet. And these ones, I think, are definitely more like the rounded tip. And while their shape is still the same as the other one, they're way smaller. So we're going to do kind of an orangey yellow here. And let's see. So it kind of holds its shape a little bit. I mean, this would be a fine, more of the finer brush when you're trying to do a little bit more on the details. So, okay, that was the number 1, and now we have the 0, which I think that's just kind of weird to have a 0 brush, but you know. And it's very fine. So let's see. We'll do a couple of ladybugs. And see how it holds the line, so to speak. Not too bad. Part of it is in how you press on the brush too. So, I don't know. Anyway, so that's that experiment. Kind of interesting. So, just a word of caution. These are the same brand as my red handled ones that I just love and I use all the time. They're Transons. But you'll notice this one has a lot more information on it. It says it's an art brush. I don't know. This one, I'm wondering if I got it on a deal or something. But yeah, the bristles seem to be coming out of these. So you might want to be cautious as to where you're buying your brushes or what kind of brushes you're buying. And that's our thoughts for today. But anyway, thanks for joining me. Hopefully this has been enlightening for you, and you want to give me a subscribe, that would be great, or a thumbs up if you've liked it, that would be awesome. Come back and see me again.